Okay, so let me tell you about what might be one of the most calculated takedowns we've seen in the music industry in years. And baby, when I say calculated, I mean chess, long game, multiple moves ahead, the kind of strategy that makes you sit back and go, wait, did they really just do that? Because here's the thing, we're watching three completely different storylines collide at the exact same time. You've got the Rymir paternity case that's been haunting JayZ for over a decade. You've got Nicki Minaj losing her mind on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere, coming for the Carters like her career depends on it. And you've got Beyonce sitting in the background, about to drop Act 3, the final piece of her Renaissance trilogy. And somehow, some way, all of this is connected. This isn't coincidence. This isn't drama. This is strategy. So let's go back to where this all started, because the Rymir situation isn't new. This man, Rymir Carter, has been saying for over a decade that JayZ is his biological father. He's not asking for money, he just wants a DNA test. According to Rymir, his mother Wanda had a relationship with JayZ back in the early 90s. And here's where it gets messy. Wanda was allegedly 16 years old at the time. Wanda came forward in 2016 and publicly backed up her son's story. And then in 2019, Wanda passed away. So now the only person who could corroborate this story is gone. Now, you would think a DNA test would settle this whole thing, right? But JayZ's legal team has refused. They've called Rymir's claims fabricated harassment. And the public is watching going, okay, but why not just take the test? The refusal alone makes people suspicious. The math isn't mathing. So Rymir files a federal lawsuit in 2023. But then, in July 2025, out of nowhere, Rymir drops the case. He posts this cryptic video talking about things happening behind the scenes. He keeps saying chess, not checkers. Did JayZ pay him off? Was there a settlement? Because you don't fight this hard for this long and just walk away. But Rymir's godmother, Lily Coley, picks up the fight. She files her own lawsuit against JayZ, accusing him of using his power to avoid taking a DNA test. She says this legal battle has ruined her financially. And then January 2026 rolls around. The judge dismisses Lily Coley's case with prejudice. That means she can't refile it. And not only that, the judge orders her to pay JayZ's legal fees, over $119,000. You've got a billionaire making a woman who's already financially destroyed pay him 6 figures. But here's the thing, it worked. The case is dead permanently, and the timing? Let's just say the timing is very interesting, because while all of this is happening, Nicki Minaj is spiraling. She is going off on JayZ publicly, repeatedly, obsessively. She starts accusing JayZ of sabotage, saying her tour is being undermined, pointing the finger directly at Roc Nation, and then we get to Amsterdam. Nicki gets arrested at the airport, and she immediately says this was a setup. She claims her luggage was tampered with, that someone tipped off the authorities.
Did they say?
Second,
Tell me again.
the police officer told me we have to offload all the luggage
Okay.
and to search everything
Okay.
your luggage. I'm so sorry to say that.
But isn't that what you planned on doing from the get-go? Why didn't you guys search it before it went on the plane?
They did just a quick check, but now they want to open
Why?
it. And first of all, because you filmed him, and he was like,
Because I filmed him.
yeah, he was like, he doesn't believe that you don't have more with you than you say.
No, he asked me, do I have any more in those purses? And I said no. And I asked him, where are my bags? They took my bags and put it on the plane before I could know what bags are on the plane.
I see.
Yeah. So.
I'm so sorry for that.
Okay, of course.
Then, a YouTuber named Storm Monroe says that JayZ allegedly had a mole inside Nicki's team, feeding information to Dutch authorities.
Was that allegedly JayZ and Roc Nation is behind this. JayZ and Roc Nation has been after Nicki for a while, especially after she released that song Goodfoot. But even long before then, there had been beef, which I did not realize was trying to get her arrested, but of course legally. That's why they waited till she was overseas to do this to her. Roc Nation wanted to make sure that when she got arrested or apprehended or whatever, because in the industry they can get you set up with all kinds of charges. All right. It said that they wanted to make sure her husband was not with her, because her husband is her protection, which we know that. Nation is looking to bankrupt Nicki. And this is why there has been several stories planted about her being broke, going broke, or needing to constantly tour because she's close to being broke. So set up and sabotage. And if I was Nicki, I would fire my whole team. Fire the whole security team. There is a mole. Get rid of them all. There is a mole. Because now that I think about it, Roc Nation got Mig. The only competition that Nicki has is Mig. Let's keep it real. It ain't Lotto. It ain't Mocha Latte. What's the other rappers out here? There's nobody. It ain't Cardi. I know y'all wanted it to be Cardi. It ain't Cardi. She was absolutely set up. Also, Tory Lanez was supposed to sign to Roc Nation first, and the second option was Meg. See? But y'all remember when Tory Lanez's daddy said, "This is Roc Nation," we all thought he was crazy.
We don't have proof of this, but the allegations are out there. But here's where it gets even messier. Nicki starts talking about money. She accuses JayZ of cheating her out of her share of the title sale. Nicki reportedly owned a 3% stake. 3% should have gotten her around $8.9 million. But according to Nicki, JayZ only offered her $1 million and allegedly required her to sign an NDA, and Nicki said no. She rejected the deal and decided to blow the whole thing up on social media instead. And then she goes full scorched earth. She starts reposting 50 Cent's commentary about JayZ's alleged son. She's tweeting about Rymir, amplifying the paternity narrative all over again. She's making this a public spectacle, and it escalates further. Nicki publishes an open letter addressing Rymir directly, accusing JayZ of framing him, saying JayZ wanted him in prison. She even suggests JayZ has financial ties to private prisons. There's no proof of any of this, but Nicki is putting it out there, and her fans are eating it up. But then Nicki crosses a line. And baby, when I say she crossed a line, I mean she went somewhere you don't come back from. During her beef with Cardi B, Nicki starts referencing JayZ and Beyonce's children, their kids. She makes remarks that people interpret as attacks on their health, their development. She's going after their children, and that's when everything changes. Because you can come for JayZ all you want. You can come for Beyonce's music, her brand, her business, but the moment you bring the kids into it, that's when the Carters stop playing defense and go on the attack. And we start seeing the family respond. Tina Knowles posts a shaded message online. Nicki's fan base goes after her, and then Solange starts posting cryptic images, symbolic warnings. The family is no longer staying silent. The Knowles-Carter camp is activated, and when they activate, people's careers end. Now let's talk about Beyonce. Through all of this chaos, Beyonce has been quietly preparing for Act 3. This is the final chapter of the Renaissance trilogy. There's speculation that this might be Beyonce's final album. Her recent tour grossed over $300 million. This moment is legacy defining, and nothing can get in the way of that. So let's connect the dots. Rymir drops his lawsuit in July 2025. Lily Coley's case gets dismissed in January 2026. Both of these legal threats against JayZ disappear right before Act 3 is expected to drop. You think that's a coincidence? This looks like clearing the path. This looks like making sure that when Beyonce steps into the spotlight, there's no drama, no lawsuits, no paternity scandals taking up headlines. It's a clean rollout, and now insiders are saying that Beyonce and Roc Nation are blackballing Nicki, that her next album is going to underperform because the machine is working against her. Radio stations won't play her music, playlists won't feature her. And why? Because she attacked the Carter children, because she crossed a line that you don't cross. Now, are there settlements? Are there NDAs? We don't know. We probably never will. But the pattern is there. Nicki attacks the Carters for months. She brings up the Rymir case over and over. She involves the children, and then suddenly, all the legal cases against JayZ disappear permanently, and Beyonce's album rollout is protected, clean, drama-free. So here's the final takeaway. We may never know the truth about Rymir's paternity. That DNA test is probably never going to happen, but what we do know is this. The Carters successfully protected their image. They protected their legacy. They made sure Beyonce gets her moment without distractions. And Nicki is learning the hard way that there are lines you don't cross. Because when you attack someone's children, you don't just lose the battle, you lose the war. This was never about who was right or wrong. This was about power. This was about control. And baby, the Carters are still standing. They always are.